What is up, good people? Crypto Prepper here. Today is Friday, April 17th, 2026, and we are looking at a fear and greed index of 62. I think it was 54 or something past couple of days. But anyway, what we are going to do today is we are going to look into ADA Cardano. So I think I thought it was yesterday. Cardano was actually still in the top 10. I want to say he was even above Dogecoin, but I can't be for sure. But I did run these numbers on these bots yesterday, so um, I think they're still pretty much going to be similar to if I were to run them exactly again today. But anyway, so you can see here I've got a grid bot. You can tell by all the different lines here, and a 365-day back test on Coinbase. It gave me a 14.48 APY. And that is while the price has actually gone down 58% in the last 365 days. So you can see how I do have the coverage all the way down to the most recent low on February 5th. And let's talk about these settings. Wow, I got these settings to come up. Okay, so I must not have changed the actual investment to 1,000, but I'll rerun these and we can see how they change. It might change a little bit because of the date. Like I said, I originally pulled these up yesterday. It's not going to change because of the investment amount. So what I did was I went back to, of course, yesterday, I went back to April 16th, 2025, and I measured in this case, I measured 65% up and 65% down. So that gave me the coverage that I needed basically for that whole the move that it's done in this last year. So I don't have to worry about it trailing up and then becoming out of range. Anything else I would have done would have actually made it out of range. It wouldn't have been able to stay in range of the bot and wouldn't be making you money. So let's turn off pump protection too, even though that doesn't make any difference. I'm just in the habit of doing that because of the DCA bots where it does make a difference. In the grid bots, it doesn't make such a difference. Okay, so let's do a back test 365 day and let's see if it changed so it did automatically change the days from April 17th of 2025 to April 16th of 2026. And it gave me a new APY of 16%. So the other thing that might have changed it too is my trading fee on Coinbase has gone down because of my 30-day trading volume. The past couple of days, some of my bots have triggered to take profit, so it increased the volume over the last 30 days. But so you could say 14 to 16% APY on ADA in this grid bot. Okay. And then what I did is I tried to beat that with the DCA bot. So here I've got the back test of the DCA bot. You could see I did just barely beat it at 16.83, but um and I'll run a back test again just to see if it changed any within the last day because it might have actually taken profit again with this bot here. But even without taking profit, because I haven't refreshed it since yesterday, it did have the four limit order lines below. So we've got $500 on this, 250, 125, and 60. So you have 980 some odd, 940 around that area dollars still working for you in this bot. And you have about $60 worth of ADA at this point. Okay, so let's go through these settings because they are a little bit different than my standard 5, 5, and 5, and I'll discuss that here shortly too. But you can see the initial investment is $1,000 with the bot settings here. and the base order amount being 31.25. So it will immediately purchase $31.25 worth. And then when it drops down to the next line, it will purchase another 31.25, and then so on and so on up until a total of $1,000 that you invest. These bots do have to start out with at least $1,000, but you can scroll this wheel up, or you can type in the amount of once you get these settings in, or you can do the math yourself and figure out how to keep these settings and increase your amount. Okay. So our averaging orders quantity is always going to be at 5. That allows me to get this doubling feature by using the amount multiplier. And I am skipping around a little bit, just kind of keep it exciting. Um, but if you like these videos and you want to see your favorite coin, leave that for me in the comments. Like this video if you like it, give me a dislike if you don't, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to see more of these videos. But you can see here the averaging order step percent is 7.5. That's the distance between these lines here. So once it drops 7.5%, it's going to pick up another 31.25. Drops another 7.5%, it's going to double that. You're doubling your investment and bringing your dollar cost average down. Therefore, your take profit number down. Okay, so then our step multiplier, see how that makes it wider? You can scroll that off. And then for our take profit, price percent change, this one also performed better at 3.5% versus the 5 that we typically do. And 3.5% has been pretty standard over the past couple of coins we've run bots on. Okay, so let's run a back test on this and see if we beat that 1680, whatever it was. So yeah, and it did update the date a little bit, and it didn't actually take profit like I suspected it might have. So that's okay. 19.5% APY. And let's see, I think yesterday that trading fee would have been 0.25, and it was 16.83. Let's see what this updates to, 18.99. So it didn't really change a lot from my actual current fee to yesterday's fee because it changes all the time based on your volume. And it was 19 something. I don't know why I changed to 20. So 16 to 20% just by setting it up a day later. Interesting. So that is another instance where I've talked about it before, where it is better to stagger your bots, right? So you're not going to set them up all on the same day, or all on the same coin, or all on the same pair, or all on the same exchange. You're going to diversify, and it'll, with these bots being able to be started with as minimal as $1,000, you're going to be able to diversify pretty well throughout all the exchanges and all the pairings that you have available to you. So let's go on, and we're going to talk about the settings that I typically use, which are 5, 5, and 5 instead of my last bot was 5, 7.5, and 3.5. So yesterday when I ran this back test, it gave me a 33% return APY. And I calculated that if you were still holding this, you would actually, let's see, because your DCA, if you were to sell your ADA that you had in this bot, close the bot and sell the ADA, which you don't have to do. You can close the bot and just let your ADA ride and just hold it until whenever you feel like selling it. But if you were to sell it at this point to reallocate those funds, you would take a 46% loss. But you could keep that ADA, and then you would, either way, whether you keep the bot going, stop it, and keep your ADA or sell it, you still have 334 USDC in your wallet on Coinbase. But let's look at these settings and talk about that 5, 5, and 5. So you can see here we still have the initial investment of 1,000. And then 3125 is our base order amount, 968.75 for our averaging orders amount. Those two numbers equal 1,000. Then here's where the 5, 5, and 5 come in. So on your bot settings, averaging orders quantity is 5. So that's our 5 limit orders here. Our averaging order step percentage distance is 5%. Our amount multiplier is always X2, so we get this doubling here. And then our take profit is 5 on this. And our risk management pump dump protection is off. Okay, so let's see if we can beat that 33.43. So 36 just by waiting a day longer, from instead of setting it up on, April 16th of 2025, we just set this up on April 17th, 2025, it gives us an extra 3% APY. So interesting. Oh, but then also that did take into account for the trading fee. So, your trading fee might start out as high as 0.4 on Coinbase. And even if you did that, it would still give you a 33% APY. So pretty damn good, Better than you're gonna get in any bank, and better than you can get staking ADA if that's even possible. Okay. So, like I said before, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you did not like this video, give me a thumbs down. If you want to see more of these videos, subscribe to the channel. And if you have a favorite coin you want me to run a bot on for you and figure out the best bot for your coin for this year, leave it in the comments. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.